Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And right now I at a website called The Financial Diet, TFD, The Financial Diet, and I'm looking at a section called Essays and Confessions. And the title of the essay is How I Lost Nearly All of My Savings After Investing in the Wrong Friend's Business. And this is from 2019. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I've heard stories over the grapevine as recently, like yesterday, of people losing money and getting incredibly emotional because it's a very devastating event that happens to them, right? And here's the thing, right? So this is kind of like my opinion. I love banks and institutional money. And there's only really one reason why I love it so much because it's drama-free money, right? And so when you're dealing with individuals and their money and you're telling them things that you shouldn't be telling them, like, "Oh, I can grow your money. Oh, I've been doing real estate investing for X amount of years and you can't lose." Like, you shouldn't be telling anybody that, right? And so what happens is that when you tell other people that you can do these types of things, and you need their money to invest and blah blah blah, they're kind of like Princess Leia in the first Star Wars, A New Hope, and they're thinking of you as, "Hey, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope," right? And so if you lose their money, in their mind, it's like losing the rebellion, right? It's like losing the rebellion in Star Wars. Like you destroyed a planet with the Death Star. And so with the institution like a bank, right? With the institution like a bank, all of that is drama free for the most part, even though I know people really get into it on the phone with like the low level customer representative. But the reason I like the bank's money is that it's drama free money. And I know that like I can reliably, maybe they have an outage once in a while, access my money. But the problem with individuals is that, a lot of times they're inconsistent and reliable. And if lending is not their main business, right? Like it's literally not their main business, you especially nowadays with people in general, you kind of wonder if they're going to do what they say they're going to do, right? And the thing is that if Joe Schmo lends me money and I lose their money, guess what? You're going to get this big Facebook post or confession or essay on a website about, I can't, I'm so angry because we trusted this person and all that stuff, and then your reputation's ruined and people don't want to do business with you anymore, right? That's I've heard that happen, many times with people I've heard through the grapevine, and that's why I really emphasize that you know you got to be careful and do your due diligence. And here's the other thing too: there's a reason why banks have the tallest buildings in North America or probably the world, right? So the reason is because lending money to them is a business, and it's just a business transaction. Whereas for your average person, it's all emotional, right? Again, they're like you're if you're asking them for money and that's they got $10,000 in savings, if that's all they got, that's Princess Leia right there. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. And if you don't, perform with that money, you basically blown up their planet with the Death Star, right? You've basically done that, and there's so much drama. So here's the thing about banks: they lose money on lending too. But the thing is that they make, for the most part. And again, I'm not talking about like banks that have collapsed. I'm just saying just the business model in general it is that they make so much money from their other products that or not other products, just their products in general, that if they lose money from, they lend someone money and they lose it, they'll just write off pennies on the dollar, right? Like no emotion there. Like if someone doesn't pay back their loan, or I'm talking about your average Joe, they'll just write it off and like whatever. And no one's gonna write an essay. You think the bank employee is gonna write an essay? I can't believe this person didn't lend me their money. We signed an agreement, and then they're gonna cry. No, they're not gonna do that. Just gonna keep doing their business, and that's what we have to. That's the attitude that we kind of have to have, and this is why I don't lend money to people at all anymore. Once I started to think that way. And I certainly won't borrow money from people too, because I'm gonna say this: I'm a human and I'm not perfect, And if I don't perform what I say I'm going to do, I just don't want that drama of people writing these types of articles. And let me just scroll down here. Look at all this. It's so heartbreaking. Crying, scams, empathize, painful, sleepless nights, countless moments crying, right? Nightmare, heartbreaking, deceived me, friend, or should I say ex-friend? You think those words actually like are spoken to in a bank when it comes to lending money? No. That's why the bank's money is the best money because it's drama-free money, right? And the other thing too is they have a financial infrastructure where I could just go in and borrow money, without even, trying, right? So let me just kind of show you here. This is drama-free borrowing. You know what I'm saying? So let's say I needed $10,000 today. All I gotta do is just go HELOC, checking $10,000, click continue, bam, that's it. You know how much work and effort it would be to get $10,000 from an actual human being? It would be so hard. And this is why I say, like, if you want to get credit and easy access to money, the banks are it, not your individuals. I mean, if you want to get money from individuals, I guess you can do that if you follow the rules. But if you don't perform, you're dealing with a bunch of Princess Leia's who've seen the Death Star blow up their home planet. You know what I mean? So that's why I like the bank's money because it's drama-free money, right? So, all right. Well, that's it for today. This is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. Just a couple lessons there. A, don't make promises to people you can't, 100% guarantee make, like, or, keep. Don't make those types of promises. Number two, use the resources available to you, right? Banks are there's over 4,000 credit unions in this country. So people are like, well, I haven't knocked on one door, but I don't know how to get a line of credit. And I'm like, all right, well then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. But that's it for today, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll speak next time.